Hi, I'm Lak. Welcome to the third module of our Big Data and Machine Learning Fundamentals course. This module is on performing product recommendations using Cloud SQL and Apache Spark. We'll cover product recommendations, which is probably the most common machine learning problem employed by businesses. Along the way, we'll also get to look at two Google Cloud products, Cloud SQL, which is a managed relational database, and Cloud Dataproc, which is a managed environment on which you can run Apache Spark. Managed? What's managed? Stick around. We'll start out talking about recommendation systems, what they are, what business applications they power, and consider a typical scenario. In this case, that is product recommendations using machine learning for recommending rental houses. Let's say that our data science team is familiar with Hadoop and Spark and they've already built a recommendation system. Our mission, which we have chosen to accept, is to migrate this existing recommendation system that our team has built from on-premises cluster to the cloud. We'll look at how you would go about migrating on-premises applications to Google Cloud Platform. In particular, why you would want to migrate an on-premise application to Google Cloud Platform. Maybe it is to avoid the challenges that are associated with utilizing and tuning on-premise clusters. But also, when you move an on-premise application to Google Cloud, you're also moving from dedicated storage to off-cluster storage with Google Cloud Storage. And we'll talk about why that is. Let's start with where you find recommendation systems adding value to businesses. Where have you seen recommendation systems before? One common place that comes to mind is e-commerce product recommendations. A model learns what you like and don't like, what you buy and don't buy, and then starts to suggest similar products that you may not have discovered by yourself. You can then help inform the model explicitly by starring, upvoting, or downvoting your own personal rating of an item, or maybe by adding the item to the shopping cart. Notice how I said explicitly. A model can learn from your preferences implicitly too. Can you think of a few data points that an e-commerce model could learn without you explicitly rating items? Perhaps time spent on the website of particular products. Maybe items that you have last viewed. Maybe where you navigated from, what device you are on, and if you've allowed it, geographic personalization as well. Things that people who live in your neighborhood or your country tend to buy. You have probably seen recommendation engines in Netflix, Amazon, and so on. It's also what Facebook uses to put posts on your newsfeed and what Google uses to personalize your search results. Product recommendations are the first machine learning application that the public recognizes. As in, how does Netflix know that I will like this movie? The general population was pretty unaware of machine learning applications like medical diagnosis, or airline fares, or detecting illegal logging, or playing chess, until it got to product recommendations, where if you like X, you will also like Y. And that tuned the public in to the idea of machine learning. One cool example of a recommendation system is Smart Reply in Gmail. This is the machine learning model that recommends 3 possible answers to your emails. Another is how Google Photos recommends similar photos or groups of similar photos so that you can add them into an album and you can order a printed version of it. Another example is how Google Maps now serves personalized restaurant recommendations. When you explore a new area, the app provides users with a For You tab, which lists restaurants and venues that it thinks you will enjoy based on your history. For example, here you can see that Good Barbecue is a 95% match for me, as well as a recommendation for a new bistro that is trending. A core aspect of a recommendation system is that you need to train and serve it at scale. Think of the machine learning system that drives YouTube recommendations for users. It identifies things that a user may like based on what they've watched in the past and serves them these video recommendations, like these video recommendations that I got when I logged into YouTube. Most of the recommendations here are about programming, TensorFlow, or machine learning, which I guess says a lot about the videos that I like. These recommendations are relevant and useful to me. In the following lessons, you'll implement your own recommendation system for housing rentals.